Good evening, everybody. Once again, this is a UFC 147 post-fight recap with Standing Bear Thunderheart. And tonight, wow, with all the great, exciting fights taking place in Brazil, and actually, this is actually an Ultimate Fighter, two Ultimate Fighter winner matches, fights that were in a co-main events. Well, actually, one of them was a co-main event, the other one was next to it, and I can explain this to you. But definitely, when you have an event taking place in Brazil, have a bunch of Brazilian fighters go fighting against each other, and with a bunch of Brazilian people in the crowds chanting and cheering and everything, it gets really hot. And the way that the fights are excellent, whether it goes to the ground, on the feet, or both, all jumping all over the place, doesn't matter. It gets very exciting, these fights. So I'm going to go and read it to you, so here we go. Now, on Facebook, these are two fights on Facebook that I didn't see. But anyways, Felipe Arantes versus Milton Ferreira. And the winner, well, actually there was no winner. It turned out to be a draw via judge's decision. It went all 3 rounds, but it turned out to be a draw. And Marcos Vinicius versus Wagner Campos. And the winner is Marcos Vinicius via TKO. I heard actually that Marcos was actually losing. And then he started coming back and really started swinging for the fences and started like really hitting him in the face with different combinations. Well, or actually just back and forth punches for what I was told, and knocked him out. So congratulations, Marcos Vinicius, on that. And Thiago Perpetuo versus Leonardo Mafra. And the winner is Thiago Perpetuo and his UFC debut through a TKO victory. Now, I did not see the first round of that fight because I was actually a few minutes late actually showing up to the sports bar. However, I was able to see the second round, and basically what it all boils down to, sure, Leonardo had a little bit, had good strikes and everything, but basically what it all boiled down to, Thiago got a little aggressive, of course, due to good strikes, plus took him to the ground and really grounded and pounded him. And that's really what got him going and got him the TKO victory with that. So congratulations, Thiago Perpetuo, on an awesome UFC debut. And the next bout is John Teixeira versus Hugo Viana. And the winner is Hugo Viana via a split decision and a great UFC debut. Basically, what it all boils down to, these two really went at it. John Teixeira really got some good combinations and leg kicks and so forth. Well, Hugo Viana really landed more strikes. And I mean, he was very explosive and fast. And from what I was told, actually not what I was told, but what I heard, Joe Rogan was saying that John Teixeira, I guess, didn't make the weight properly, so he was fined like $25,000 of his purse or something like that. Shame on him, but and even though he was a little bit bigger naturally anyway than Hugo Viana weathered the storm and actually beat him. So very good, Hugo. Split decision victors, congratulations. And Delson and Heleno versus Francisco Trinaldo. And the winner is Francisco Trinaldo via TKO. I mean, oh my goodness. These guys were muscle. I mean, were so muscular for being middleweights, especially Delson Heleno. But Delson was trying to really grapple with him and try to take him down, but Francisco had such an excellent defense. I mean, not only did he push him off, but while he was pushing him off, he was actually able to knee him in the gut to really slow him down and knee him some more. And the thing about it was, yeah, he kept on holding on, but he kept on, which was keep defending, keep like pushing the elbow to the face. He kept kneeing him and kept punching him and so forth. And then until finally, Francisco Trinaldo just hit him so hard he made him fall. And that's when he decided to just went on him with elbows and hammer fists, especially hammer fists. Oh my goodness. Francisco Trinaldo, man, this guy's a real deal. Oh my goodness. This guy is really impressive. I've really never seen him fight before, but after tonight, oh my goodness. I'm like, yes. I want to see more of him. So congratulations, Francisco Trinaldo, on the TKO victory. Oh my goodness. I mean, Delson was impressive, but Francisco Trinaldo is a guy to watch, guys. I am impressed already, and I don't usually get impressed by people, but this guy really impressed me, so congratulations. Next will be Anistavio Medeiros versus Rodrigo Damm, and the winner is Rodrigo Damm via submission with a rear naked choke. I mean, that's basically what it all boils down to. Was what Rodrigo basically he just went on ahead. I mean, even though the fight they started with a few strikes here and there, and actually some good kicks and so forth, but Rodrigo finally was able to throw some good punches, knocked him down, and was able to really get on top of him and actually punch him, and actually snuck in a rear naked choke and rolled him over and actually suched him. Actually, what he did was he turned his body like on the left side to really get the position of the choke, the rear naked choke, because he didn't really necessarily lay it flat on his back. He had to actually turn it to the side to really cinch it in. And once that happened, Anistavio had no choice but to tap out. And actually, what it all boils down to was that Rodrigo was really throwing some nice jump knees to the face. And that really was the beginning of the end, actually. Was not really like a punch, but it was really like a nice jump knees to the face a couple times. And that stunned him and got him down. So congratulations, Rodrigo Damm. And Yuri Alcantara versus Hacran Diaz. And the winner is Hacran Diaz in his UFC debut via unanimous decision. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, Yuri Alcantara didn't really do too much. I mean, yeah, he did some strikes, some vicious strikes and so forth when he was on his feet. But that's just it, when he was on his feet. Because Hacran Diaz, let's be honest, he took him down, grounded and pounded him, controlled him for the most of the 3 rounds. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, he basically controlled him with a ground and pound. So basically, that's basically all that happened. And like I said, when Alcantara was on his feet, he was able to do something, but not very much. And each time when he was trying to do something, Hacran Diaz simply just grabbed him and took him down, and just grounded and pounded him, and trying to submit him and various things like that. But mostly it was ground and pound. So congratulations, Hacran Diaz, on his UFC debut. And this next fight was basically was at great anticipation, because even though Mike Russow was not Brazilian, he had a reputation of really knocking other heavyweights out, and even some people even said that he was extremely violent, and I don't see him as any more violent than most of the fighters that knock people out. That's just the way I see it. But in any event, he was undefeated for a while until Werdum stopped him with a TKO in the first round. I mean, basically what it all boiled down to, guys, is that Werdum was definitely outstriking him to begin with, even though Mike Russow had some good shots. But in the beginning and the end, of course, was when Werdum had him with a good leg kick, but really got in there and gave him a nice uppercut, 45 degrees to the jaw. And then that's when the guy fell. That's when Werdum started throwing, nice punches, elbows, and even hammer fists to such a degree that Mike Russow wasn't defending himself intelligently. And so the referee told him, okay, stop, and rewarded Fabricio Werdum a TKO victory. So Mike Russow undefeated streak got stopped tonight. So, and of course I wasn't surprised, because Fabricio Werdum has more experience, and he's really fought the who's who of mixed martial arts. Well, not just who's who, but also who's the best of mixed martial arts is what it was, and defeated them as well. So Fabricio Werdum is definitely on his way up, and quite frankly, I'd like to see him fight Junior Dos Santos somewhere down the road in a rematch, because when I was told by my friends that Fabricio Werdum fought Junior Dos Santos years ago, and Junior Dos Santos beat him. So now it's supposed to be like a UFC debut or something like that when that happens. So a good rematch, I would like to see that too at some point. So congratulations. And Godofredo Pepey versus Rony Jason. And the winner, and the new Ultimate Fighter winner, and in the featherweight division by unanimous decision, is Rony Jason, the winner. Yes. So basically what really boils down to, there was an Ultimate Fighter show. I didn't watch it, and that took place in Brazil. So obviously, Godofredo Pepey and Rony Jason were the last two were the finalists in the featherweight division of the show. And of course now, Rony Jason now is the Ultimate Fighter winner. Dana White came out and gave him not only the glass trophy, but also told him that now he's got a 6-figure contract. So excellent. And then even during, even like from the beginning of the fight, Rony Jason showed so much emotion before, and I was a little surprised. I mean, usually fighters don't usually show that kind of emotion with crying and everything. Only after the fight, not before. But once the action began, he got down to business, and basically Pepey just swung too many wild swings. He connected a little bit, but really though, it was Rony Jason who really connected more. Even though sure he wasn't as aggressive as some people may want him to be. And even when he took him down a bunch of times, he didn't necessarily really got too aggressive and really start grinding and pounding right away. I don't know, he just kept holding on while Pepey would just kept hitting him from the ground. But in the third round, that's when Rony really started getting a little more aggressive and started elbowing him, but not very much. But it didn't matter because really, though, Rony was really landing more strikes on the feet anyway. And on top of that, each time when Pepey was trying to take him down, like grapple him and like try to do the guards, Heleno just took him down and kept him down for a while. So congratulations, Rony Jason, and his life is definitely going to change now. Now that he's got that 6-figure contract. Now let's see what happens from here on out. And in the co-main event, and another Ultimate Fighter winning match, this time in the middleweight division, features Cezar Ferreira versus Sergio Moraes, and the winner and the new Ultimate Fighter winner in the middleweight division is Cezar Ferreira via unanimous decision. I mean, this was a pretty excellent actually outing, more so than the last one. Even though Sergio Moraes could have done more, he did landed some good strikes, but Cezar Ferreira did more as far as not only landed good strikes, but even took some risk and doing some capoeira moves and nailing him, and especially this one part in the second round when he actually spun and did he went down low and then a nice hook kick to the face, knocking him down. And I thought that was the end of the fight, to be honest with you. If Cezar would have been more aggressive like most of the others, would have done the ground and the pounding, that fight would have been over. But it didn't happen that way. And then later on, Sergio came out and started hitting him with bombs and was rocking Cezar as well. But in any event, it went all 3 rounds, and the unanimous decision, of course, goes to Cezar Ferreira. And Dana White, of course, did the same thing, gave him the trophy, and told him congratulations, be your new Ultimate Fighter winner. And now it has a 6-figure contract as well. So congratulations. And also, in the main event, in a rematch of Wanderlei Silva versus Rich Franklin 2. And of course, the first outing, Rich Franklin had the fight won via unanimous decision. Well, this time it was no different because Rich Franklin, after the 5 rounds, won via unanimous decision against Wanderlei Silva again. Now, Rich Franklin really, of course, didn't really stay too much and throw too many bombs. He just kept in his distance and just kept, just throwing like nice jabs and it just kept on coming and moving in back and forth, moving out, and actually did most of the chasing. Wanderlei just kept on trying to dodge, but Wanderlei did some good hits, especially. But I mean, Rich Franklin was definitely beating him up in the first round. But then by the second round, Wanderlei caught Rich Franklin when he threw a wild punch and hit him. And then that's when Wanderlei, we thought it was all over. We thought Rich Franklin was getting so pounded, and it was saved by the bell. But I tell you, it was a few more seconds longer, and the referee probably would have stopped the fight. But the fact that Rich Franklin was saved up and had great conditioning, Wanderlei tired himself out. He got out when he threw all kinds of fury, and he tired himself out. So Wanderlei got tired, and Rich Franklin, through the third round, decked him, and then not to mention when he had him so badly that Rich Franklin was beating him up too. But of course, Wanderlei was saved by the bell as well. And the 4th round and 5th round, it was really no different. I mean, Rich Franklin just kept the pace and just kept on coming in back and just jabbing him and kicking him and things like that. Where Wanderlei just threw punches, but it wasn't really effective and it wasn't doing anything. And so at the end of the fight, Rich Franklin won via unanimous decision. So what's going to happen with Rich Franklin and Wanderlei Silva? Who knows? I mean, these 2 are great veterans and everything, but it seems to me that they're coming to that point in their lives where they may have to start considering retiring. I don't know really what their decision is going to be, but let's just see what happens, how many more fights they both have left. Let's just see. Overall, though, I do like to see more Wanderlei Silva fights, but at the same time, like I said, after the third round and everything, he would just gas out. He just like it was just gone. But by the fifth round, Wanderlei Silva just came and well, it was last gas, but it was too little, too late. So, anyways, Rich Franklin, well, let's see where he goes from there. I don't know if they're gonna have him give him the championship title against. I mean, the match against Anderson Silva again, because I remember researching years ago that Dana White did not want Rich Franklin to get beat up by Anderson Silva for the third time. So Rich Franklin was forced to actually jump up to 205 to the light heavyweight division. So he may have to just go back to light heavyweight division if he wants to fight for the title, if he really wants to go there. Because if he just stays in the middleweight division, he's not going to get a title shot no matter how many wins he's had. Even Dana White tells him, no, either you want to stay around middleweight, fine, you're going to not fight for a title, but if you're going to at least go to 205, then you have a good chance to fight for a title. So that was something that Dana White said to him, so I don't know what's going to go on with that. Well, anyways, guys, I have an announcement to make. I just wanted to tell you guys that this will be the very last UFC post-fight recap with Senator Thunderheart. You guys are thinking? Look, I'm not quitting. What did I mean by that? It is the last night for this show to be featured on eHab Touch YouTube channel. Of course, what I'm telling you is very simple. I have a new YouTube channel that I've opened up, and also a new website that you'll be featured on. Actually, within sometime next month. But for right now, this will be the last time this will be an eHab channel. So at the very bottom of this video, you have postfightrecap.com, and that's the site that I have. And also, then there'll be another YouTube channel that will be featured on from that point forward. Will be youtube.com/postfightrecap. So yes, I am changing to a new channel, which will be more focused regarding martial arts, mixed martial arts, and various topics regarding fighting arts and things like that. It doesn't have to be just be MMA or a sport. It could also be, boxing, kickboxing, various other types like that. So keep an eye out while we are still opening shop. That means my web designer and myself are still working at it. At the same time, I am announcing it now because next time when I do this, it will not be on this channel anymore. It will not be on eHab Touch channel anymore. It will be moved to youtube.com/postfightrecap, or it'll be featured on postfightrecap.com. So keep an eye out, folks. And if you might want to, just go ahead and subscribe now. I have all the other old videos that I have collected that I've done in the past. So if you guys want to take a look at all the past stuff that I've done, you're more welcome to go ahead and do that. And that's what I've done that for as well, to have archives of what I've done. So I think this will be a good move. This will be a good change. My friend has been telling me, I have friends of mine that are telling me to really get a channel and a site that's really going to be focused on mixed martial arts. And I decided I'm going to do that. I decided I'm going to do it, and I'm doing it now. I'm actually going to create some changes, and there'll be more changes going to be coming along the way too in months to come. So be on the lookout for that. I won't announce them just yet until I know for sure it's going to come to fruition. But right now, all this stuff is what I'm telling you about has come to more fruition. So definitely check it out. And like I said, go to youtube.com/postfightrecap and start subscribing right now. Don't wait until I put a new video up. Just start subscribing, and that'll be it. So, any event, this has been a great event overall. UFC 147 in Brazil, and then next month will be, of course, Anderson Silva versus Shonington. I can't wait to see this one. Everybody will take care of yourselves and have fun, but be safe and be smart at the same time. And I will talk to you guys later on another channel. So make sure that you don't come to this one anymore once so this is, like I said, this is the last video on this channel. Next time it'll be another channel. So take care, everybody, and many blessings to you all. Healing, it is all that is.